Hello, this is Radio Geek from Radio Geek Blades, and today for you, I'd like to participate in the Open Tag Thankful Thursdays, brought to you by, I believe it was Singing Toad up there in Canada that started this Open Tag. So thank you, Singing Toad. Go check out the Singing Toad's channels. He's not as active as he used to be. He's making videos every now and then, but he's stepping away from YouTube, but he's still got plenty of great videos on his channel to watch. So go check out the Singing Toad. And for my Thankful Thursday, I like to say that I am thankful for friends that I have made and met through YouTube, and particularly with the pocket knife channels. And one of those individuals is Stan from Stan's Collector Universe. I had the pleasure of meeting up with Stan here this past weekend, and we had planned on meeting up that particular weekend like several weeks, 3 or 4 weeks before that. We had picked a date and said, let's meet on this date and whatnot. And I didn't realize that he was having some issues with vertigo and his neck had been bothering him and stuff, but we had plans to meet, and he wasn't able to drive, and his wife graciously drove him to meet me for lunch, and I appreciate that extra effort on his part. And it was great to meet up with Stan. We had lunch, we talked about pocket knives and other things, and we had a great time. We spent the afternoon together talking about pocket knives, and there were some knives that I have in my collection that he was interested in seeing. Stan was particularly interested in seeing some of my Rosecraft knives. So I had recently got a knife canvas type bag, so I stuffed them full of my Rosecraft knives and a few other knives that I thought he might want to see, and I took them with me. And after we had lunch and talked for a bit, we kind of did a tailgate style where we showed each other our knives that we brought. And Stan brought some just beautiful knives. I told him that the ones that he had that I wanted to see were the peanut butter and jelly ones and the Sea Dragon knives in particular, and then anything else he wanted to bring along would be fine. And he did not disappoint. He's got some really beautiful examples of the peanut butter and jelly and Sea Dragon knives, and I was quite envious of his collection of peanut butter and jelly and Sea Dragon knives. It's not a huge collection, but he has a fair amount of them, and those peanut butter and jellies are really hard to get a hold of. He was telling me that when they go up for sale at like usually at 10 a.m., that within the first minute they are completely sold out. He says, I don't know how many they're getting, but they're just completely sold out. So he's been lucky enough to be able to get one here and there, and I really appreciate him bringing them with him and being able to check them out. And usually it's a customary thing. You exchange stickers, maybe you bring a small gift or token, a knife or some other thing. And Stan, he gave me some items. I'd like to show them to you. He first of all, he gave me this knife here. Now this one he said he got at Tractor Supply, and it was a 2-pack. And this is actually a utility knife. And I thought that's pretty cool. I really like the wild colors. And it's a cool utility knife, and of course it has replaceable blades in it. And when I first got the knife, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's really weird how they put that thumb stud there, and it's like all recessed. You can't even get your thumb on it to flip it, And then you can't pull it out. And I was like, what? I'm just stupid here. This is not what I think. You have to push and hold this button, and that releases it, right? So you can hold it and flip it out or pull it out, right? And then let go of the button, and it's locked. So it's a lock and an unlock. And stupid me, this is not a thumb stud. This is a lever that you actuate and this part of the knife goes up and it releases the blade, and you can change the blade. So I was having a moment there, but I figured it out pretty quickly. But I was just so used to, the way button locks work and thumb studs that I didn't even think it worked that way, but I figured it out. And it has a cap lifter on it as well. And like I say, I really like the colors on it. It's kind of cool. It's an aluminum knife. It's got a nice pocket clip on there, and it'd be I guess tip down. But yeah, it's a really nice little utility knife. So I appreciate that, Stan, for your thoughtfulness there. Appreciate the knife, the gift of the knife. He also brought me a sunshine cloth for polishing knives. Now I've got a few like little small ones about that big that I got from Amazon, and but I don't really have a bigger one, so I'm looking forward to trying this one out. Next time I'm gonna clean up a pocket knife, I'm gonna try it out and compare. This looks more like cloth than the ones that I have, so I'm interested to see how it works. But that was very, very thoughtful for him to bring one of these sunshine polishing cloths up for me, so I appreciate that, Stan. Thank you very much for these gifts. And then one other thing he gave me, which, Stan, if you've watched his channel, you know that he's been trying some different things. He's been trying his hand at doing some leather work. Now, I feel very honored that he gave me this slip that he made with his own hands, and it's one of his first few slips that he's made. It doesn't have any maker marks on it or anything. It's just the slip that he made and stitched up, and I'm not sure what kind of leather it is, but it's a really supple, soft leather, and it's kind of a dark charcoal gray, I guess, and it looks like he's got black thread in there, and he did a really, really nice job on this slip for him just getting started and trying out leather making. So I feel really privileged and honored to be one of the first few people to get one of his slips. So thank you very much for that, Stan. And it was really great getting together with you, Stan, and talking with you and looking at pocket knives. And I brought some knives that he wanted to see, and he brought some that I wanted to see, and it was just a great afternoon. And I really appreciate him meeting up with me, and I really hope we can do it again. And I just like to say that that's one of the things that I'm thankful for, is some of the friends that I've made. I've met other knife YouTubers and had lunch with them and went to events with them, and I don't want to start naming them all off because I'm surely going to leave somebody out. But I do appreciate you all, and I thank you for all that you do for the community and your friendship. And I just wanted to make this a Thankful Thursday, just to say how appreciative I am of all you out there that have reached out. So until next time, this is the Radio Geek from Radio Geek Blades.